It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Glen Affric Brewery and it's a can of their Black Brose Oatmeal Porter coming in at 4.2% ABV. 440 milliliter can. Looking forward to this one. Without further ado, smoke! That smoke on the can opening. Oh, look at that! It wants to come and see me. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass. Ooh, and see what we get. We might have had a little bit of secondary fermentation with this beer. And I'm going to say right at this stage that I've had the beer a while. I went to Glen Affric Brewery at the at the end of March. They said they were going to send me some beer because I brewed a collaboration beer with them. So I've had this beer since early April. So I could see, I found it at the back of the cupboard. I've had such a kind of crazy 2020 with just wonderful brewers wanting to send me their beer, so of course we can promote it here on YouTube. I do all I can in the industry to promote breweries, to help them through, even if it's just a tiny little bit, help them through this difficult year of 2020. But I noticed the can was really kind of tight, and you could see the top was kind of just pushing up a little bit, and the bottom of the base was trying to force itself out, and so a little bit of secondary fermentation going on. But it should be okay. If it's not okay, then that's more than likely going to be my own fault from just having this beer from April and now it's December. That's like 8 months. But at 4.5%, 4.2% ABV, it is a date 21, drink by January 21, so it is within date. Within a month of being within date. Normally you guys go out and you buy your beer and you drink your beer super fresh, so this will never be an issue for you. It's gonna be okay. It really is gonna be okay. I'm sure of it. I like that kind of soft, pillowy, kind of tan coloured head anyway. Jet black beer, and well, there's a little bit of light bleeding through the bottom of the glass there. I imagine when this beer review, because it's going to be January, sometime in January this beer is going to come out on YouTube. I bet the guys at Glen Affric are going to be like, blimey, we haven't brewed that beer for like 8 months. Or maybe it's one of their core range, I don't know. But they'll be like, blimey, it's been a while. Maybe I read the description while we let that settle down a little bit. We love a good dark beer, so we built Black Brose on the successes of our various dark small batch series. Taste of rich dark chocolate and coffee from a complex malt bill, balanced by creamy nuttiness thanks to an almost exclusive amount of oats. Right, here we go. We're able to get into this now. It doesn't look too bad now, does it? Patience is a virtue. Aroma. Smells great. Smells great. Nutty, biscuity, bready. Smells like an oatmeal porter. Loads of roasted malt. let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, yeah. It's good. Really good. Creamy, rich, biscuity, bready, nutty. The roasted malt comes through. Chocolate, coffee, caramel. Mmm. It's got a lovely, rich, creamy, nutty, but oaty. It's not really oaty mouthfeel, a creamy, rich oaty mouthfeel. That's amazing. Oh, that's good. I need some more. Again, there's a lot of you out there. You're very experienced. You know what you're doing. You can see. You can accept. You can accept what's going on in the glass here. I put all of the blame on me. All of the blame on me for letting this can slide to the back of the beer cupboard. But there's a reason. There's a reason why these beers slide. In my very, very, very rare case, there's a reason why these beers slip to the back of the beer cupboard. 2020 has been a really extraordinary year. We've gone through so much, and it all kicked off as I was coming back, incidentally, from Glen Affric. Within a week of me coming back from Glen Affric Brewery, all of the pubs were shut, and breweries were not going to open until June, July. They were all furloughed up. But when it all opened back up, there was a flurry. Of course, what we offer here, and I'm never scared to shy away from this. What we offer here for the brewers, I do some food reviews at the same time, but what we offer here for brewers is a place to showcase their beers. Send me your beer and we'll showcase it on YouTube. So naturally, after that kind of July, everything opened back up again, we've been absolutely inundated with beers to review. And I'm looking out at my bar now, what was my bar, and it's just literally like swamped with bottles and cans. And I've mentioned this in a previous beer review, where you want to get the beers that are going to go off extremely quickly. You know, your New England IPAs, your IPAs. You want to get them reviewed first and foremost. So by the time you start reviewing all of your New England IPAs, unfortunately, I mean, this is a great beer. This is a great beer. But unfortunately, beers like this slip to the back of the cupboard, because they can be drunk. I mean, I've opened this. Okay, it might be a little bit overcarbonated now, and that's my own fault for holding it so long. It's not the beer's fault. It's not the brewery's fault. It's the fact that I've had it so long. But it is still in date. It is still drinkable and in date. I've lost my track of thought now. Yeah, so I suppose going back to it, New England IPAs, you get swamped by these New England IPAs, you end up reviewing lots and lots of New England IPA, and beers like this kind of just, they naturally slide back. You end up like Christmas time, which we are now, Christmas time 2020. I always find myself digging round at the back of the cupboard going, right, we're at the end of the year now, and I'm sure there's beers I really, really want to get round to. Really, really want to get round to reviewing. And yeah, here we are. It's a fantastic beer. It really is a fantastic beer. This oatmeal porter is really good. And I'm going to rate it. Great body, great biscuitiness, breadiness, and oatiness to it. A little bit rich, nutty, spicy, peppery. There's still a good hop, a nice peppery, spicy hop profile to the beer. It's lovely, great mouthfeel for a 4.2% ABV beer. That's an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.